Mariner's choice.
Well, hello mariners. Hope you guys are doing well. In this video, we are going to talk about your LSA equipments and their requirements. What are the LSA? LSA stands for your life saving appliances. So, first, we will be talking about some general requirements that will be applicable for all types of your equipments, either it's a immersion suit, life jacket, or whatever. And then we will slowly discuss for the all the equipments what are the requirements. So please be till end because this is going to be a very informative videos for your MMD exams. Main purpose of making this video is only for the exam only, and I will be saying the codes from where I am getting this all stuff. Okay, gentlemen. So we'll get all the requirements of our LSA. It is in a LSA code, that is Life Appliances Code, Chapter 1, Regulation 1.2. It talks about our general requirements. So what are the general requirements? Is like it should be constructed with a proper workmanship and your material. It should not be damaged in a stowage throughout the air temperature ranges from minus 30 degrees Celsius to 65 degrees Celsius, and in any case of a personal life saving appliances unless otherwise specified remains operational throughout the temperature ranges of minus 15 degrees Celsius to plus 40 degrees Celsius. Means if it is a equipment, it should not get damaged at a temperature of minus 30 degree to 65 degrees Celsius. But if it is a machinery kind of equipment, like if it is a operational, you can say that. So the the temperature till it should be operated is from minus 15 degrees Celsius to 40 degrees Celsius. I had everything written in a short, but whatever I'm saying is exactly the wording what has been written in a LSA code, and where I need explanation, I'm going to explain as well. Okay. So point number 3, it says that if they are likely to be immersed in a seawater during their use, so operate throughout a seawater temperature ranges minus 1 degree Celsius to plus 30 degrees Celsius. Suppose you can say as in this condition you can consider it as your lifeboat. So lifeboat propulsion, everything is propeller, everything is going to immerse in a water. So for that it is talking about the temperatures that in a seawater temperature of minus 1 degree to 30 degree it should be operational. Point number 4 says, where applicable, it should be root proof, corrosion resistance, and not be unduly affected by the seawater, oil, or a fungal attacks. Okay. Then point number 5 says, where exposed to the sunlight, it should be resistant to the deterioration. Means whatever the color it is made of or what should be the material, it should not get damaged. Point number 6, be of an international or a vivid reddish orange or at a compatibility highly visible color on all parts where this will assist detention at the sea. I just written orange in color, that it just an indications, like all equipment, LSA equipment you will get in all orange color. So it is basically vivid reddish orange, and the reason that it can be visible from any part of the from anywhere in the shape, so that is the reason. Okay, now let's move with point number 7. It says that be fitted with your retro-reflective materials where it will assist in the detection and in accordance with the recommendation of the organizations. Okay, retro-reflective tapes like on the bridge especially the life buoys, your life jackets. For that it says that you need to have a retro-reflective some materials, and materials what we are using is your retro-reflective tapes. Point number 8. If they are not to be used in a seaway, be capable of satisfactory operation in that environment. Be clearly marked with your approval information, including the administration which approved it and any operational restrictions that need to be marked on the equipment. Where applicable, be provided with electrical short circuit protection to prevent damage or injuries. So these are the some general requirements, general principles, that this requirements to be fulfilled by all your LSA equipments. Okay, this is mandatory. This is, you can say, the bare minimum things that need to be fulfilled by all the equipments. So now we'll be seeing the requirements of our life boy, so let's be connected. Okay, gentlemen, so this is our life boy, what it look like. So all the requirement is given in the chapter 2. Okay, so that is 2.1 is talks about your life boy, and 2.2 talks about your life jacket. So let's see. So the first point says that the have a outer diameter is not more than 800 mm and an inner dia is not to be less than 400 mm. Okay, means this circle is of two diameter, as you are able to see. One is the inner and the outer, so you can understand from this only. Point 2 says that it should be constructed of your inherently buoyant material. Buoyant is called as a known as a floating type, you can say. So it shall not depends upon the rushes, cork savings, or a granulated cork, any other loose granulated material, or any air compartment which depend upon inflation for the buoyance. Okay, so basically you just need to remember for point number 2 that it should be made with your buoyant material. Point number 3 talks about that it should be capable of supporting of a fresh iron of 14.5 kg. If a 14.5 kg is iron is put on a life buoy and that life buoy is put into the fresh water, then this life buoy should not get immersed in water. So basically can support an iron of 14.5 kg in fresh water for 24 hours. Point number 4 talks that the minimum weight of a life buoy it should not be less than 2.5 kg. Point number 5 says that not sustain burn, so it should not sustain burning or melting after being totally enveloped in a fire for period of 2 seconds. For 2 seconds it should not get melt or burned. Point number 6 talks that it should able to withstand a drop with in a water from a height where it is stored above the water line in the lightest seagoing condition or the 30 meter, whichever is greater. Point number 7 talks that if these life buoys are going to be used as a MOB buoy, that is man overboard buoy, which we are going to release from the bridge, then in that conditions the weight of this life buoy should not be less than 4 kg. Point 8 talks about the grab line, that the diameter is 9.5 mm and the length of that grab line is 4 times the outer dia of a life buoy. That's all. Okay, so now as you were able to see in this picture that I am having a life buoy as well as a SI lights. So these SI lights are fitted with this life buoy. It's a requirement. We'll be talking with this as well. So it says that it should be such that it cannot be extinguished by water, be of your white color and capable of either burning continuously with a luminous intensity of not less than 2 candela in all direction at a rate of not less than 50 flashes or more, but should not be more than 70 flashes per minute. So this is the requirement. It should be provided with a source of energy capable of meeting the requirement of paragraph 2.2.2 of period of less than 2 hours at least. Whatever I just said is that 2 hours, it means the minimum burning period, that at least how much time it should burn. So that is for at least 2 hours it should capable of burning. And since it is attached with your life buoy, so it should also able to withstand your drop test. Okay, so now let's understand about our self-activating smoke signal. So this is basically, you will able to see this smoke signal with your MOB buoys only. So the requirements talk about that emit smoke of a highly visible color at a uniform rate for a period of at least 15 minutes when floating in a calm water. It should not ignite explosively or emit any flame during the burning. Not to be swept in a sea way, मतलब कि हवा के झटके के साथ इसको कहीं और नहीं जाना चाहिए. It should continue to emit smoke when fully submerged in a water for a period of at least 10 seconds. Be capable of withstanding the drop test required by the paragraph 2.1.16, that is basically the 30 meter and the wherever it is stored, that is the requirement for the drop test. Point number 6 talk about be provided with a quick releasing arrangement that will automatically release and activate the signal and associated self-igniting light connected to the life buoy having a mass of not more than 4 kg. So that is not more than 4 kg, that is for the normal life buoys, but if it talks about the MOB buoys, so that should be of should not be less than 4 kg. So that is the basically requirements. It's saying that if it is such a way, it should be we should have a quick release mechanism that can release both the systems. Hope you guys are able to understand this all things. Okay, so let's understand this since we have gone through all the requirements and so and so. So what should be the number of lifebuoy to be on the bridge? So it says that for a passenger ship, it is the length is less than 60 meter. So it should be 8, 60 to 120 12, 120 to 180 18, 180 to 240 24, 240 and above we need to have 36 lifebuoy. If it talks about your cargo ship, so if it talks about a cargo ship, so length under 100 meter 8, 100 to 150 10, 150 to 200 12, and above 200 we need to have 40 number of lifebuoy. So this is the chart that we need to have on the, sorry gentlemen, I just used the word bridge. It is not bridge, it should be on the ship. Okay, so now there is a life buoy, buoyant life line. With a buoy we are having a line. So for requirement it says that the line it should be of your non-kinking, have a diameter of not less than 8 mm, and have a breaking strength is of not less than 5 kilo Newton. So this is the requirement of a lifeline. Now sometimes there is also a confusion like that lifeline need to be connected with the ship's part or it need to be free. So one end of our lifeline, it's to be connected with always, it should always connected with our life buoy, but the other end it should not be tied up with any ship's part. It need to be always free. Okay, it just need to be placed on the ship's part, but it need not to be tied up. Okay, because that is for the survivals. Okay, gentlemen. So now next topic, the next equipment we are having is a life jacket. So life jacket, all the requirements you will get in a LSA code of chapter 2.2. 2.1 talks about your life buoy. 2.2 talks about your life jacket. So what are the requirements? So the first is I'm talking with the general. The life jackets come into the two form. One is for the adult, the other is for the child. So first we'll talk general. So it cells sustain burning or melt after an exposure of 2 seconds. Buoyancy not to be reduced by 5% after 24 hours of immersion of fresh water. It should be fitted with a whistle firmly secured by a cord. Means जो whistle बजाते हैं हम वो भी requirement है. In addition, we should have a child life jacket that is 10% of the passenger on board or one for each child whichever is greater. In addition, sufficient number of watchkeepers kept on the bridge, ECR and other manned location. Means additional life jackets to be in placed in such position. Like it does not talk about like how much it should be, but it should be as per the manning level of the bridge or the ECR whatever. So sufficient number at remotely located survival craft station, should not interfere with entry any survival craft or in a sitting position. All our life jackets to be fitted with a light, and on a passenger vessel in addition you should have a 5% of the total number of person on board. Means we need to have some additional life jacket as well on the passenger ship. So these are the general requirements. Now let's talk about your adult one. Okay, so now let's begin with the our adult one. So here we go with the requirement. So adult life jacket says that 75% of people who are completely unfamiliar with it can done within a period of 1 minute without guidance or assistance. This is the very important requirement. So after demonstration, everyone means 100% all the people can done within 1 minute, capable of being worn in one way only and comfortable to wearer. Allow the wearer to jump at least 4.5 meter into the water without injury, damage or disclogging the life jacket. So sufficient buoyancy and stability in a fresh water to lift the mouth at least 120 mm from the water with the body inclines backward at least 20 degree from the vertical. Time period to bring the body in the position is maximum 5 minutes, and allow the person to swim and board a boat. So this is the requirement. Like I'm talking about the that your face should turn up. Like if you had jumped in any way and suppose your face is like you are unconscious, basically the simplest way, you are unconscious, so within 5 seconds it should automatically your face should turn upward. Upward means पानी के अपोजिट साइड, मतलब अपना फेस हवा में होना चाहिए. दैट व्हाट इट इज टॉकिंग. So mariners, let's see. So this is our child life jacket. it exactly it you can't say that ऐसा ही होगा, but this is what a child life jacket look like. So the general requirements of our child life jacket, that the assistance permitted for small children, lift the mouth clear of the water only by the distance appropriate to the size of a wearer. Wearer mobility not to be restricted, assistance in boarding permitted, and marked with a child symbol. Marked with a height and weight range for which the jacket is designed. So these are the some requirements. So basically all the requirements, general requirements need to be fulfilled, and then these all requirements to be there. Hope this videos is informative for you guys. Okay, gentlemen, so that's what all about we had gone. Let's now understand about your inflatable life jacket. So we used to come two type. One is that what we used to that we can direct wear, and the other that we need to blow with a mouth. So that is the requirements talks about that it should have a minimum two separate compartment for the inflation. It should inflate automatically upon immersion. Immersion where, so basically in water. Provision to inflate by a single manual motion. मतलब ऐसे फूक मारा और it should inflate. Capable of being inflated by the mouth. Rest requirement same as a adult and a child one. Life jacket lights requirement. So the luminous intensity, that is minimum 0.75 candela. For how many hours? So 8 hours. It should be white in color. Manual switch and flash rate is 50 to 70 flashes per minute. So this is all about your life jacket. Okay, gentlemen. So next slide, next thing. This is our immersion suit. We are having immersion suit, anti-exposure suit, and TPA. This is our anti-exposure suit. Will say I will understand you all the requirements. What is it is? What is the difference between? This is our TPA. TPA stands for your thermal protective aids. So one by one, we'll begin with our first. We'll go with the our immersion suit. We'll see all the requirements of your immersion suit. Then we'll look over the anti-exposure suit and TPA. Why we are having these three equipments on LSA on bridge? So basically the main questions that the MMD and other surveyors they used to ask, like what is the purpose of having TPA if you are having an immersion suit? So anti-exposure suit, from the name it is clear that anti-exposure suit is basically for the purpose to fight with the, in the case of fire and so on. So we use anti-exposure suit, but what is the purpose of TPA and immersion suit? So let's understand. So we'll see the requirements of your TPA and immersion suit. So from this requirements only you will able to understand like what is the difference between two. So let's begin with immersion suit first. Okay, so all the requirements about our immersion suit that is given in the chapter 2 of 3. It talks about your general requirements. So we'll see. So it says that the first set can be unpacked and done without assistance within 2 minutes. It should be made of with your constructed with your waterproof material. It should resist burning or melting for 2 seconds. It should able to cover the entire body except for the face. And arrangement to be minimized to reduce the free air in the legs. Means there should be no ingress of air in your legs area or whatever. So classified as a life jacket if complies with all the life jacket requirements, and shall permit the wearer to climb up and down a vertical ladder of minimum 5 meters. Normal duties you should be able to perform after wearing this. You can swim and board a boat. If a life jacket is required, then it should be worn over the suit. For assistance allowed. So one for every crew and one passenger vessels, 3 immersion suit and 1 TPA. That is as per the requirements. It should be there on your life boat as well. So these are the some general requirements. Okay, so let's talk about the thermal requirement. So if the suit does not have a insulation, then it should be marked accordingly. The first point. So when worn with a warm clothing, body temperature does not fall more than 2 degree on immersion of 1 hour in calm circulating water of 5 degree. And when worn clothing is not required, warm clothing, then body temperature not to fall more than 2 degree on an immersion of 6 hours in the calm circulating water of a temperature of 0 to 2 degree. So basically what it's saying that the first requirement, that if you need to wear warm clothing inside your immersion suit, then if you are in a water of a calm water for 1 hour and the temperature of water is 5 degree, then your body temperature should not fall more than 2 degree. The second requirement talks about that if you no need to wear warm clothing inside your immersion suit, then for 6 hours your body temperature should not fall more than 2 degree in a temperature of 0 to 2 degree. So basically where you no need to wear warm clothing inside, that is for the FG vessels, it's understanding purpose, and that one is for the coastal voyages. Buoyancy requirements, that turn your face from down to upward position in not more than 5 seconds. Basically same requirement as our life jacket. So when it is fitted with a life jacket, then this should be a requirement more. Okay, so next we'll be seeing, this is our TPA. So TPA is made up of your waterproof material. Maximum thermal conductivity is of 7800 watt per meter square Kelvin. Reduce conductive and evaporation heat losses. Cover the whole body along with a life jacket with the exception of the face. It should be unpacked and done easily without assistance in a survival craft. Basically there is no requirement that within how many minutes you should able to wear, but the requirement talks that it can be removed within 2 minutes, and the temperature that is going to be its work, means the body temperature is going to control this from minus 30 degree to 20 degrees Celsius. Okay, so this is the requirement. So from the requirements only, it is very clear that immersion suit is for the conscious persons where we need to do lots of works, but this TPA is for the persons who are unconscious and he is under the hyperthermia. So in this all condition we are going to use our TPA. So that's all. Guys, making these videos, I had given a lots of effort, lots of time as well. Really I needs your what I can say as your effort. Please give us a thumbs up, do share as much as possible. If I get a like of, you can say, as 100 and view more than 1k by 1 month, then the my next upcoming video I'm going to release very soon. The upcoming video is basically will be on crude oil washing or your FFA requirement. So it's all depends upon you how much love you are going to give me, and according to that I'm going to publish my next video. So please give your love. Thank you. Okay, so here I had used the picture from our LSA book. You can pause the video and you can take the screenshot same as this. So all the requirement is given in anti exposure suit in chapter 2.4, मतलब chapter 2 का regulation 4. So the general requirements, like an anti-exposure suit shall be constructed with a waterproof material such that it provide inherent buoyancy of at least 7 known. Is made up of a material which reduce the risk of heat stress during the rescue and evacuation purpose. Cover the whole body except where the administration so permit. It should be capable be unpacked and done without assistance within 2 minutes. Same normal requirements. Does not sustain burning or a continuous melting after being exposed totally enveloped in a fire for a period of 2 seconds. Is equipped with a pocket of your portable VHF telephone and has a lateral field of vision at least 120 degree. Okay, so anti-exposure suit shall permit the person wearing it to climb up and down a vertical ladder of at least 5 meters in length, jump from a height of not less than 4.5 meters into the water, and with least feet first without damaging or dislodging the suit or its attachment or being injured. Swim through the water at least 25 meters and board a survival craft. Don a life jacket without assistance and perform all the duties of associated with the abandoned ship, assisted other and operate a rescue boat. So these are the some requirements that you need to have. So that's all, gentlemen. These are the some LSA, and the things now we'll see have some visual signals, that is rocket parachutes, hand flare and buoyant smoke signals. What are the requirements for that? For survival crafts like your lifeboat, rescue boat and life raft, if you need a video, then please comment it down and comment it in the comment box, and I will make that videos as well. Okay, now begin with your pyrotechnics. So we used to have your 12 rockets on the bridge, 6 flares, 4 rockets and 2 smoke signals in the lifeboat and a life raft. So now let's talk about the requirement of your rocket parachute. So it says that it contained in a water resistant casing, operational instructions on the casing, integral means of ignition. It should be comfortable to use. When fired vertically, reach an altitude of at least 300 meter. At or near the top of trajectory, eject a parachute, but basically a parachute. That is why it is called as a rocket parachute. So parachute flare to burn with a bright red color, luminous intensity with minimum 30,000 candela, burn period is minimum 40 second, and maximum rate of descent is 5 meter per second. So these are the general requirements of your rocket parachute flares. Now let's move with the hand flares and we'll see. So our hand flare contained in a water resistance casing, same requirement. Operational instruction on the casing, self-contained means of ignition, comfortable to use, burned with a bright red color, luminous intensity 50,000, basically half of your rocket parachute, burning period 1 second, more than means basically twice, continue to burn after an immersion of 10 second under 100 mm of water. Buoyant smoke signal, this is basically different from your MOB smoke signals. So contained in a water resistance casing, same. Operational instructions on the casing, not ignite explosively, emits. Then we are having your emit smoke of a highly visible color of uniform rate for minimum 3 minutes in a calm water, not emit any flame during the entire smoke signals mission period, not to be swept by the sea waves, and continue to emit smoke upon an immersion of 10 second under 100 mm of water. So this is all requirements, general requirements and other requirements. So thank you guys, thanks for all your love and efforts. Thanks a lot for all the things. Also please comment it down now, like next what all videos you want, so that it will be very helpful for me to make upcoming videos. Well, soon I will be boarding a ship and I will be going to make very realistic and very you can say as videos which will be very helpful for you all. So well, thank you, and please subscribe, share, and do share with your friends as much as possible, because the upcoming videos, as already we had discussed.